Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today, A Link to the Past Challenge Cup match. This is an elimination round as we continue group play. This is game 2 of a possible 3 today between CrimsonAvix and Jackattack1100. Pro A007, very happy to be joining you here today. And on the mic with me today is Meme Troll. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing? I'm also Maris Memes. I do the Z2R rando commentary, but I do play this game enough to actually try to do commentary on it.
Happy to have you, and Tomal Top 13 is going to be our item tracker for today. And, so coming into this, CrimsonAvix does have a 1-0 lead on Jackattack. Both of them were swept in their opening round matches. Jackattack lost Angle HZ, and Crimson lost to Spam Mitsubi. Actually, those two are having their Group Z match right now, actually in about 45 minutes. So a lot of Group Z happening today, and again, if CrimsonAvix is successful in his match today, he will move on to the elimination match. So this is a winner go home for Jackattack.
It's very scary.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Jackattack decides to do as far as strategies are concerned. If he's go broke in a few places or continue with tried and true methods and hope that they lead him to victory. It does not appear there will be any radical change as far as settings. It's still a open mode, 7 of 7. So 7 crystals. Like we're off here. Jackattack getting a sword, in the house right away. So that is nice to have some offense right away. Crimson starting in Sanctuary gets a small key, which will be useful later.
So when they start the game, they can choose either one of those points, and that could determine many factors. That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's interesting that because Jack got the sword right away in chest, that's informing his decision to decide to go to Hyrule Castle and knock out some items there, and gets $100 in the first chest and check Uncle. Crimson setting up the Houlihan glitch, get himself 225. Oh, more swords for Jackattack. Getting 2 swords in less than a minute. That's pretty impressive. Okay,
now if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a sword upgrade required to kill Ganon? If I'm not mistaken, it's level 2.
You need to have at least Master Sword to defeat Ganon. But to do that, but in order to defeat Ganon, you need to do a charged sword swing with Master Swords. So it can be done, but it's extremely time. So you're going to see runners at least go for the red sword or tempered sword. We got to check on the map. It looks like Blue Pendant in Hera, crystals in Eastern and Desert. Doing the south, kind of doing the reverse Kakariko check, going south and going north. Didn't see anything he liked at the race game or in the library. Got 2 bombs and a couple hundred rupee to play with. Jackattack going more traditional route through the Lost Woods. So we're going to see them kind of be in the middle at about a minute here. Cape for CrimsonAvix.
Not a bad find, really.
No, between that and the Master Sword coming up so quickly, this could be an early Aga play, depending on how this breaks. Because they have the swords and they have Magic Cape, which does seem to indicate an early Aga play. Bombo chicken wall behind the chickens, that's good. Right. Ice Rod from the bottle vendor. Jackattack is doing the thieves check. Got half magic, hookshot, and bomb. So
You get another thing in here. Oh, it's only a little 10. That's 10, right?
Yeah, 20. So very nice parting gifts here for Jackattack, and Crimson's going to get the same as well. He's going to pay off, go and gets bombed first for on his surge, but this lead. So early on, we're seeing quite a bit. Oh, the power gloves, yes. I missed that somehow. So this is kind of leading us towards. Still need a fire source, but it could be an early Aga. This could be early Thieves Town if they get a hammer at some point. They also need the Moon Pearl, of course, but there's still Southern Island checks to go through as well. And interestingly, Jack actually did not finish the rest of Hyrule Castle. There were a few items he could have done there as well, but opted not to.
So also picking up that Bombos. What does that open up? I'm trying to remember this game. Like
by itself, it could be required to open Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. It's also very useful to have in Ice Palace. If you don't have the Fire Rod, it can help clear the decks on some of the rooms, and it breaks first phase of Cold Stare in one shot, which saves a ton of magic. Although they have half magic as it is, which will eliminate some of that concern, but Bombos is useful to have. So early Medallion is good, but we won't know about Mire or Turtle Rock for a little while yet. Clearing out everything the other side is already checked, so I imagine that the next stage is they're going to go for the southern checks, the well, and running along southern Hyrule. Jackattack is going that way. Crimson's going to check Lumberjack Cave, and it's just 1 rupee. So item not required, but it's entirely possible Aga could still be required nonetheless if they don't get anything good out of the overworld checks or the Eastern Palace run. So Crimson is actually going to go to the back of Escape because he has the power gloves. That's a good idea. 3 potential items there. Attack is saying no thanks to 20 rupees from draining the well.
Is he gonna go check out Ice Cave?
Probably. See if he decides to go for fake flippies. Crimson picking up the bow. That's very good. That might start. He hasn't checked any Hyrule's. He hasn't even checked the cave yet. He hasn't even checked the house yet. Now he is. There it is. There's his Fisher-Price sword. So Jackattack having a little trouble with the mini troll dorm there. Finally gets rid of him. There's the lamb.
Nice 10 arrows.
So Eastern is fully clearable now, and it's perfectly within logic. That would be that's a good early crystal to knock out. Jackattack's got to watch. He's down to half a heart, and some of these enemies here hit really hard early to play it safe. is. And also opting to ignore bucks. Attack almost to Ice Rod Cave. So I imagine they both know how to fake flipper, so that might be their next move, or go for Eastern. Myself might probably go for Eastern, largely... Ooh, that's unfortunate. Largely on the idea that it's not in logic, and you don't have 500 rupees yet, so you can't pay off Zora. There will come a time for it. Jackattack is saving quitting, so... It's like gonna do, back of escape next. That... If he finds the bow, that might point very strongly toward Eastern. The logic is pretty much screaming it full voice. Chad is pointing out, is not a healthy seed. They did pass up a heart container in the race game, so could have. Maybe should have. Early health is never a bad thing, but and actually Jackattack, because of the lamp, can actually in logic check the chest at the halfway point here and get another item. Could be important. Key. Then checking fraud. $20. So,
ouch.
Yeah. That chest can be quite valuable, depending. Crimson is heading toward Eastern, looks like. Jackattack is doing the same. Their routing has been identical, largely, with Jackattack actually checking the front of Hyrule Castle, or at least as far as Uncle. Got a sword upgrade for it. Crimson did, Houlihan got a couple hundred extra rupees to work with. Otherwise, it's been the same. No interest in learning what Sarsaparilla has to say about a green pendant. We got a bottle.
Magic powder.
And so that's Sarsaparilla is holding some very nice stuff indeed. So check that opens Sick Kid, and that opens potentially Magic Bat if they find the hammers. Seed has been a very giving one so far. It looks like, in my experience with these seeds generally being front-loaded early and then parceling out the rest from there, it looks like we could be heading for a potential Flute Fire Rod endgame. As far as what are the last items that will be needed to finish this. Eastern has 3 items guaranteed, and Hookshot will go a little fast in a couple of places. First up is the compass.
Now, how does the randomizer work for this? Is there more than one, like, key major item in here? Or is there only one, like, every other dungeon?
Not necessarily. There's no guarantee of anything. The reason to go... There's the flippers. You talk about your major items. That's about as big as it's going to get early.
It's a major travel item.
Yeah, that might lead them towards Zora, though they don't have the money to pay off Zora yet, but it does point in that direction. But there's no guarantee of major items in any particular dungeon. The large reason to do this now is because you can, and Crystal, and definitely care of that. Flippers have already made this a trip well worth it. There's item number 2, a heart. No big key just yet. Math Girl is correctly pointing out that each dungeon will have a guaranteed number of items. Eastern will always have 3 items. Whether or not they are required or valuable is not a guarantee of anything. But,
So each dungeon can just have junk items? Like
it could.
every item. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
It's entirely possible, although Eastern certainly did not prove to be valueless in any way, just based on the flippers, which is almost certainly required for every seed.
There's some advanced seed settings for certain randomizers that allow for at least 1 or 2 major items in every single dungeon required, and it'll try to flag that. I was curious if that was the case.
More often than not, you're going to find something good, but the big key, that was a guarantee, so now they can check the big chest. That could be the map or item number 3, and it is the map, so Armus Knights will have the 3rd item. So both players off to good starts here as we reach the 15-minute mark of this race. Routing has been, again, virtually identical. The seed hasn't really allotted for a whole lot of flexibility as far as that could change in the next few minutes. Going to decide what they want to do next. You don't have a lot of money to work with, which might keep them from doing Zora right away, unless they think they're feeling lucky. Sometimes they can gamble. Crimson has no trouble with the Armus Knights, gets 3 bombs, and grabs the crystal at 1542. And Math Girl in chat is correctly pointing out, yes, we do have Aga access. Dark World is in play, although again, that's the kind of thing where you might want to exhaust everything else in Light World before you consider that. They can do it perfectly within logic, but
is a trip to Death Mountain to use that warp point really something they need to do right now? Yeah.
Death Mountain is, yes, also very much in play. You're right about that. And there's a lot of item checks there too.
I'm assuming as soon as the runners get Magic Mirror that all hell will break loose.
Not necessarily. It could be viable. Getting Master Sword. Jackattack is starting off Sanctuary. Looks like he is going for Death Mountain. Crimson's gonna clear out the castle. Jackattack is actually going to take a look at Lumberjack, maybe try and determine if this is worth a trip to Aga right now. Finds out, no, it really isn't. Doesn't mean Aga is not required, but there's no item requirement for it. Box done. Test and a key. So Again, Jack Attack went to Hyrule Castle within the first minute of this. Within the first minute of this race, but stopped after Uncle to see if CrimsonAvix is going to get something really good in the basement levels of the castle. Yes, Math Girl, it is pointing out if Moon Pearl isn't on the pyramid. Yes, that's entirely possible. Boy, would my face be red. So Baby Shield for CrimsonAvix. I believe the last item will be. We've seen everything else. I believe this will be an item based on the item count because the extra key. So.
Now know where the blue tunic, or I'm guessing what the equivalent of the Zora tunic would be at. It's just delivering the old man on Death Mountain, so Death Mountain is a good play right now. We don't know what else is up here, so it might be good altogether.
Yeah. So that. Oh, it was the map. I must have miscounted. Crimson's actually going to do a Death Warp here. I think he is going to go for it. I think he's going to go for Aga, it looks like. Or is he going to do the... Oh, maybe he's going to check Dark Room. Yeah, Dark... Forgot about that. So Jack Attack is, because of Hookshot, can actually check Eastern Death Mountain. So that's 8 more chests go through. This could be big. Sheer volume, it's worth $40 there.
Ew.
Money is critical right now if you want to do the Zora play. Crimson just picked up 20 off of an item drop. Houlihan has given Crimson a bit of an edge. Blue Cane, the shovel, hard piece.
God.
Other hard piece, 3 hard pieces, and a shovel. So, and the cane of Burna. So not awful.
If he had the hammer, he could do that one room that requires you to go through a whole spike trail that's up on like the mountainside, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Dark World. Yeah, Spike Cave. They only have 5 hearts. It's not a viable. Well, with Blue Cane, it almost is, but you really want to do it with at least 11 hearts. Crimson getting more money. Should actually have enough by the time he's finished to pay off Zora. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you need Moon Pearl and Hammer or you can't do it with as Bunny.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So many variables. Crimson gets an armor upgrade and purple as well.
I thought Ocarina of Time had too many variables.
Well, it's variables in a different context. Yes, there are plenty of variables here. So Jack Attack is going to take that shovel and try to hope that the fetch quest has something good. Crimson $20. Yeah. And there's the Moon Pearl. Boom. Aga's looking pretty good right now from Jack's perspective, because again, short on the money just to clear the deck, but we'll see what he opts for. Crimson, see what his mindset is after clearing out all these caves. Like Jack is going for is going to do the Lake Hylia checks and get nothing else. Okay, there's the island check, nothing there. Nothing else is going to get some decent item. 4 more items out of this. Oboe golden today. Literacy.
He was just reading under the bridge, no big deal.
Yeah. So, kind of a soft, be a soft full clear on desert if there's nothing on the pedestal.
I was gonna say, that cave by Jack Attack, when you go to upgrade items in there, does that change any key items at all when you go to
No, you get two free items. So, you get a hard container and the fire rod. Well, there goes my fire rod theory. Well, well, well. This has been well worth it for Jack Attack. Can't pay off Zora, but he can at least check the ledge. Something good there, and it's just a hard piece. So, nothing doing. Crimson finishing the Death Mountain checks. Still don't have dark. We don't have an easy pathway into the dark world just yet. However, there's still things that can be checked. Mostly desert and Agina's cave right now. Where Jack Attack is going toward now. And then there's a desert ledge as well, so there's potentially 4 items in play here. Jack Attack started off with Gina's cave. Past around the vultures.
You know, I've never sat through an entire Link to the Past rando stream, and seeing this actually makes me think that there's too many variables. From getting off from Ocarina of Time randomizer and, you know, just playing that game vanilla no hit, it's insane, but there's a lot here.
Right. Well, it all kind of, the first 30, 40 minutes, it's all about just kind of taking stock of what you have, and then everything kind of flattens out a bit as far as, you know, routing. It will eventually reach a certain sort of simplicity, but there's $50 on the ledge there. CrimsonAvix still 4 rupees short of paying off Zora, but he should be able to get that back off of item drops again. Zora's, so. Jack Attack in desert. We're gonna find out really quick if this boot's locked or if he can finish. Check, do free item check first. There's Crimson's got his 500. He's all set. Big key for Jack Attack, so we get a few more item checks out of this. Okay, it is boots locked. He cannot full clear the dungeon. He can finish, but he can't. But because of the keys,
Ooh.
so just
lost all that money.
Bernie Madoff special strikes again. Jack Attack can go for his second crystal here. It's perfectly within the bound of the logic. The big key, and with power gloves and 2 fire sources. Crimson gonna take a slightly different route to this.
Going to go get his pearl in the corner.
Because of the way its routing is, the way his route's set up, it's probably just gonna go straight to desert. Here, that much. Jackattack's most way through Desert Palace. Unless the Lamolas here are holding critical, like Aga will be required. Nice one cycle back attack. Okay, he's hard. So 2857 for Jackattack on crystal number 2.
That was a real good one cycle.
Very good fight. They can't check Ether because they don't have a hammer. So it's Aghanim. So we got a required Aga 1 fight. Now the good news is, once they get into Dark World, they'll have some flexibility on what they can check because of the hook shot, so they can loop around and at least take a look at Skullwoods and Thieves Town. Actually, full clear Skullwoods. Especially if it's Crystal, that's a fairly easy decision to make. That's another Crystal off the table. Jack before, that's right, Jack not check the back of Castle like the base Castle like Crimson did for Aggies.
This is a really close race right now. I just realized this.
Yeah, it's been fairly close the whole way through, and they've kind of taken slightly different routes. They've kind of converged and then gone their separate ways, and they kind of come back again. So I think it's going to largely, where this race might end up breaking apart is what they do once they get to Dark World. What is going to be their primary focus? Are they going to do overworld checks? They can certainly do a lot of that. Hook shot, they can do a giant loop around, or they can do dungeon. Potentially 2 crystals they can knock out very quickly. They can't full clear Thieves Town, but it might not matter because one item is dependent on setting up a death warp here. Grim's pretty dire straits as far as health is concerned, but
that was risking the biscuit.
Yeah, he's okay with blue mail, but still those lasers do 1 heart of damage. Get a couple of hearts before going against Lanmola. About done here with Desert. Jackattack is long, perilous climb up to take on Aghanim. We have 1 cycle for Crimson. Got 2 of the Lamolas though with Fire Rod. Goes. So that 2 crystals now for CrimsonAvix. Grabs the second one at 3249. So about 4 minutes behind Jack as far as that goes, but he'll be able to go straight to Aga from there. So as we begin the long climb up to Aghanim, feel free to get in your guesses on how many blue balls Aghanim is going to shoot at two players here. 6 hits, but how long it takes is entirely random. Guess then. Ooh, Jack going off the edge there. Out. 15. Wow. $16. Man. Not some people here. Jackattack for getting key. Place. Go. Set up there by Crimson. Forward flash. Care of them. Jackattack's solution. Fireball is a little more economical. But we got a 4, which actually is like quasi-reasonable. It's more reasonable compared to 15. That's like nuclear option as far as rules. Alright. Last chance for your guesses. I'm going to say 5. One really trolley cycle. Alright, here we go. Aga 1.
Speedrun strat for Aga is to stay up at the top, right? Just sit there and
mostly just to kind of just follow where he's at and just kind of play along with it. No blue balls so far. There's our first, so good first cycle, and the guaranteed that after he shoots the lightning, which is the on every 5th shot, the first shot after after he shoots the lightning, always so he guaranteed that much. There's our second blue ball. Our third. Is our 4th. So Tomoltak, looking good right now with the prediction of 4. Shoots. Ooh, Crimson almost went off the edge there. Okay, one more. 50-50, is it the beam or
blue.
Is it a blue? It is blues. So my prediction's looking good now of 5. Nope, it's 6.
This
Right
one's
now.
red. Or not,
7.
okay.
7, wow. Math Girl is almost the closest, because she said 15. You go by the Price is Right rules. 7, wow, that's pretty nasty. Alright, so we have entered the Dark World at 3709. Well, thank you for the win. I appreciate it, but, okay, so we got red crystals at Thieves and Mire, red pendant at Swamp, and green pendant at Ice Palace. So we could have 4 crystals down within an hour, which is pretty amazing. So usually get these kinds of so front-loaded like that, but, Jackattack is going to take a look at Catfish. Bit of a detour, but could be valuable.
Man, it has been about 3-4 years since I've actually sat down and played this game. I don't remember what the Dark World looks like.
As it is, there are a lot of similarities between the two, but there are just enough differences, and having the mirror could be required for this item quite right now. We got our catfish. It's just 3 bombs. Doing.
Crimson is also going to go right for catfish.
Maybe. We'll see where he do. He can only really go at this point 2 places. He can go to Palace of Dark, or he can go to up toward Catfish and then loop around to Dark World, to do Western Dark World. Looks like Crimson is gonna go for Palace of Dark, which not a terrible play. I mean, Pod does have 5 items. The only problem is he can't actually get in because, now that I realize what his rupee count is, he can't get in. He needs to pay 110 rupees to beat the monkey. Key the monkey. Whoops. So, this is going to be a rather costly mistake. How long it takes for the reality to kick in. He hasn't yet. Will in about 3 seconds, fortunately. Yeah. That's one of those sobering things. It's like, aw. Okay, so
Time to go back and find it.
You just got fleeced for another 10 rupees going out the other way by the monkey. Oh, that Kiki. Yeah, it's like one of those things that's pretty uncommon, but like when it hits, you're like, oh, that, like, yeah, like we've all been there. It's kind of like, ugh. I did not see what was on Bumper itself. Following the escapades of Kiki the monkey. They passed up his $20 that he lost to Kiki. I don't blame him. Okay, so Thieves Town checks do everything before going to the dungeon proper. Titan, nice. So that puts that opens a couple of things up. They can do Dark Death Mountain now. 300 rupees on the bumper. Actually, not a bad thing to have. Oh, there's 350 rupees for Jack. That's a nice payoff. That'll take care of Zora.
Guessing he's gonna go into Thieves Town right here, and yeah.
Which is a good idea. I mean, there are 4 items in Thieves, so in terms of volume, good idea. And you can finish it. There's item number 1, a shield upgrade. Chat saying likes Crim's play to Skullwood. So do I. If only for no other reason than it's a full cleared dungeon now. He can get both items and take care of business with Mothula. There's the first item, Skullwood's heart. Jackattack can do everything, but if the big chest is holding the 4th item, he'll have to come back. Crimson is going to let himself get grabbed by the Wall Master. Good idea. Takes you right back to where you started in the dungeon. Jackattack got a bee with a bottle. Crimson set up a bomb jump across the chasm here. Missed the first time. There it is. And compass. Jack Attack has finished the opening section of Thieves Town and is now working way the back half done.
Now, are there any glitches that are barred besides screen wrap?
Math Girl could probably explain it better than I can. Yeah, there are certain cannot do, but all major glitches, yeah, so like no breaking the game here.
They're going out of the map and just warping right to the end. Got it.
Exactly, yeah. Nothing that fundamentally breaks the game. Ooh, Crimson got grabbed. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Without the Cane of Samaria, this whole thing is a bit of a chore. I think that's 3 items for Jack Attack and Thieves. Gotten
he just pulled it just not enough. Come on, a little bit more.
a little off center, so he's gonna have to push it back, or yeah, a little off center. So unfortunately, yeah, I think better off just getting a death right here, and just kind of starting over with like 5 hearts. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so Jack Attack is way down in the basement. He's hoping for item number 4 to pop up, because that'll save him a trip from having to come back. And he's got 3 items I know for sure. He got the shield, the bloomerang, and bottle. And there it is. So no need to come back for a second trip to the good. Crimson, all that work and all he got was the key. Death warp here. Okay, so Jack Attack shouldn't have any trouble with blind because of burn us. So, and the fight is fairly scripted to begin with, but this shouldn't be too bad. He's already taken licks here. They go straight to Burna. It's 9 hits no matter what you use. So baby sword could be gold sword. It's going to be the same every time. Even hammer, 9 hits. So Jack Attack has taken out blind. It's a map. 46-26 for Jack. 3 crystals in the books now. Crimson. Second item remains elusive. Jack, now gonna do, Skull Woods as well. With 7 hearts, Mothula is gonna be a bit more trolly. Or it's gonna force them to be a little more defensive, I think, in their attack strategies. It's perfectly doable, but they're gonna have to be careful. Ooh, Crimson got a little ahead of himself. Is that intentional? Sure. But clears the decks with Fire Rod. Yeah, and having half magic means they can kind of spam a little bit with the Fire Rod. They can really do some damage. And, this is a more memorable fight. But again, gotta be, and they have a blue potion. So if all else fails, they have that in their back pocket. Spikes and Mothula hit hard, so you gotta be careful. Nice fight by CrimsonAvix. grabbing crystal number 3 and the second item, which is $300. So now he can deal with Kiki the monkey. Got a 4821 crystal grab, not one, Mario 3. Crystal grab for CrimsonAvix. Jack unfortunately trapped himself in the dungeon because the logic has changed ever so slightly in V31. The chest that he opened used to be a guaranteed key. That is no longer the case. I have to kind of start over, so that's an unfortunate time loss for Crimson. Not for Crimson, for Jack, excuse me. So, that could have an impact. Didn't get anything that can really help him. That's really going to be leading towards Palace of Darkness. He wants to gamble that the hammer is actually in Palace of Darkness, which not impossible, but it's not the kind of thing you want to gamble on right away. Not when you've got a lot of other item checks still on the board.
I'm starting to wonder where the boots are at, man.
Yeah, boots not 100% required, and they were able to finish Swamp without it. Not Swamp, Desert without it, so... And unless that, the big key is on, the pedestal in, Ganon's Tower, then it is required, but, that is pretty unusual. Although it did happen to me last week, so I'm not gonna sit here and say it's never happened. But I didn't have to worry about that because I got the really early. But short of that, those two, and unless there's something elsewhere, I think as far as that's concerned, I don't have to worry too much. Flute is required, so that we're looking at. Looks like we're looking at a Flute endgame right now. Flute and Cane is Samaria endgame. Red Cane is still hiding somewhere out there. Now Crimson is underway in Thieves Town. Doing what exactly? While I do, well, are you talking about why did you go through that whole song and dance? Getting back into Skull with the way he did. Probably one of those. Get right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get it. You know, it's like it's one of those things I think where you're kind of like a mental laugh because, especially since I think he's done it. I think he got here twice this way, so it's like, well, you know, do it again. Done with the front end of Thieves Town, on his way to the back. Jackattack. Heading towards Mothula. Fire Rod. See if he decides to just go for Mothula and gamble that he has the item, or decide to. Looks like he is. That will be a good reward for him. Crimson, take care of those anti-fairies with magic power. Give himself a nice health upgrade if he so chooses. It might not be a bad idea. Go. 7 free hearts for a bad thing. Magic powder's always been one of my favorite items because it's quick, it's a nice, easy health upgrade when you need it. Jackattack just about ready to fight Mothula. He's got full magic. Take too long to drop Mothula with that kind of firepower. close. Nice fight from Jackattack, taking care of Mothula. Crystal number 4. 53-36. Jack.
As a kid, I've always felt fighting that boss has been terrifying just because of the spike blocks moving around. I could never really get a feel in that.
Well, not only that, but, you know, Mothula's damage can be canceled out if he runs into the spike. So you gotta be careful. Jackattack, I think, has miscounted. There's only 2 items. Skull Woods got both. He picked up both of them, so again, keep track of your item. He dawned on him now. So from here, there are a few things they can do. Now that they have Titan's Mitts, they can do a little more checking to the Dark World. They can get start setting the table for the smithy and the purple chest. Cure those things, as well as the rest of South Central, Western and South Central checks in Dark World. Plenty of items there to be had. Namely Hype Cave, but there are a few other things. The digging game, Stumpy. What is he carrying today?
I remember Stumpy.
Yeah. Oh, there's good fight from CrimsonAvix, taking care of Blind in short order. Burrito and grabs his crystal at 55-27, so they're dead even on crystals. As we approach the 1 hour mark, Jack is slightly ahead, but it's very close all of a sudden. They're almost in sync, actually. What happens here? What happens next could be very interesting. Once they're done with this, they don't have a lot of options as far as what they do next. You can do pot, or you can do Dark Death Mountain. Digging game. 13. And just the validation arrow after 6 dig. Jackattack.
So that arrow is the drop from that game? Is that what that is?
Correct.
So it's basically junk.
Yeah. So Jackattack's pick up the smithy. Crimson is not. Crimson continue onward. You can't have the little frog smithy with you when you're doing the digging. Red mail from Stumpy. So good pickup. So we're on to Hype Cave now, and how hype will Hype Cave be? Hype Cave used to be the highlight of races. Now, well, depends what. Ooh, bombed a bit there.
Oh, will the smithy actually follow you for?
As long as you can.
Figured he'd disappear after a limitation, but I guess not.
20 bucks. We got a heart piece. 20 bucks. Red cane. There we go. That by itself. So that's about. Red cane keeps this from being Hype Cave from being a total bust at least, but could have done better. So
I'm assuming that got named that because at one race or another there was 4 really good items there that broke everything.
in the earlier versions of the randomizer, Hype Cave tended to pay off big time. So,
Huh.
that's been kind of leveled off a bit. So, because of their choices with the smithy, Jackattack is going to take care of this. Bucks for it. Fine, get the reward. Crimson's going to Dark Death Mountain. Plenty of piece of heart for Jack. Boss there. The choice to go Dark Death Mountain is validated so far. Jack has also head in that direction. Still no hammer. We're an hour into this race with no hammer. Having hammer would take pod full clearable and finishable on top of that. What do we got here? Flute. All right. So that opens up. That puts Meyer squarely in their in crosshairs. That's definitely where they need to go next. Although like they are a bit short on health, with only 7 hearts each. Ether. No guarantee they can actually even get into Meyer. For all we know, it could be Quake. But definitely worth a play. Red Sword and Hookshot Cave. Crimson's going to take a look at Turtle Rocks here, and Ether is required to open Turtle Rock, but they need a hammer before they can do that.
Rock in general can just be terrifying, especially the boss, if you don't know what you're doing.
Try next, yeah. Again, they're kind of a ways off from that. Well, they can't even get in yet. So that is Hammer is really holding everything back here. I think. If Hammer could be keeping them from go mode. And it's not 100% on anything, but because boots could still somehow be required. But yeah, I think we're a hammer away from go mode. Crimson doing it. Of course, he hasn't activated that. Oh, he's gonna check Sick Kid. That's a good idea. Nobody's checked Sick Kid. Has anybody checked Sick Kid?
Jackattack actually has.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. You're right. So, what is it?
I forgot about it because it was insignificant, but yeah.
Right. What is Crimson waiting for you? I'm surprised he hasn't activated that flute yet. Oh, I see. He's probably gonna do Smithy. That because he did ignore that. I probably realizing, oh, I better do that. Or
I would kind of laugh if the Smithy has the hammer.
well, we already know the Smithy doesn't, but Smithy just had money. I think, a heart or something. Okay, so Jackattack is going for. He's gonna go to Meyer. Alright, so moment of truth here. What is the medallion requirement for Meyer. It is ethers, so it's a double ether. Jack is not even going to check the chests off to the side. He wants to go for it. Gonna check. Bumper cave, nothing there. All right, so we are essentially a hammer away from go mode, and again, we're not 100% guaranteed on that because again, pedestal in Ganontar could have the big key, but short of that, that's about the only that would keep it going from go mode. Jack is in Misery Mire with only 8 hearts, but red mail, so that does kind of take some of the sting out. So there are 2 items in Misery Mire. Looks like Crimson is going to Catfish. Jack's case, it's almost tempting to go. Okay, he's got the big key already, so he can go straight to Vitreous if he wants. But I don't think he's going to do that just yet. Again, still looking for that hammer, but it is tempting to just gun through this and take care of business. Because well, I think he. Okay, there's an eye. Looks like he's gonna. He's gonna take the rarely seen back roads to through Mire. I don't really see this. Fish eye room. Interesting. Key. Burn across the bike floor. Crimson going to Meyer now. Let's see if he checks those 2 item checks before March.
Meyer's not looking too great. It's not really profitable right now.
No, but right now at this, they have to. There's the hammer. Kikihama called it.
The mushroom right next to it.
So, all intents and purposes, Crimson is in go mode. It's everything he needs to finish off the last crystals. At 1 hour, 6 minutes, and about 40 seconds. So. We are now basically at a dead sprint the rest of the way. Jackattack is continuing to check for items, hoping to find a hammer. Is he going to be disappointed? Finds out where it really is. Again, this is a winner-go-home match for Jackattack. CrimsonAvix won first game of this best of 3. Crimson wins, he will move on the consolation part of Group Z, where he will face the loser of Spam, Masubi, and Angle. Crimson's got to be really careful. He's down to 1 heart. Heart for Jack Attack, that's good. His routing, so boots, and so Jack Attack gets the boots, which is pretty nuts. So Jack Attack is going to be able to move faster than CrimsonAvix, but how much is that going to impact? What happens when I don't pay attention? How much is that going to impact this race? I don't
Wouldn't
know.
know. I wouldn't know either.
I mean, it matters, but not as much as you'd think. Yeah, it's like it's all down to the torch. Jack Attack is 100% in go mode. Crimson is in go mode, but he's got to have that lingering in the back of his head for the next 15 minutes. Because everything else, yeah, Jack Attack will be 100% go mode when he gets the hammer shed. Right, but I would be astonished if he didn't go for that after finishing up here. Crimson has got Tempered Sword and Magic Cape to burn through these Citrus's eyeballs. Jack is doing the same. Good fight. Good strategy from Crimson, using the bow. Jack doing the same. 1:10:45 for Crimson. And 7 seconds later, Jack has done the same. So 5 crystals each. 7 seconds separating them.
There's almost been no deviation from either one of their paths. The only lead right now is Jack hasn't checked that left cave, and I think he's gonna go over to it.
Oh yeah. Like, it doesn't exactly need a diagram for this. Crimson, what's he doing? He's gonna do. He's gonna check his. He's gonna pay off the witch. Go to pod now. Jack is actually going. Not sure where Jack is going. He made a mistake with his. He's gonna pay off the witch well. Oh, he's gonna arm himself with potions. Good idea. Chat saying Crim wins with better execution and routing. I think his execution has actually been a little more on point than Jack, but not by much. But the boots do help Jack quite a bit. But I think Crimson's play has been a little sharper, I want to say. It's been a very competitive match. Jack's been very, very solid. But we'll see how this plays out. How good is their Silverless Ganon strats? How good are they at that? It's a fair question. Especially if they're not getting a lot of help as far as health is concerned. So with the key, they continue to go the normal route. Chat pointing out that health isn't too bad. And that is true. They do have that is true. They don't have to worry about health because or they don't have to worry too much. They do have red mail, so that will be beneficial. Crimson going kind of the top route, hoping to find a big key here. Jack's basement for another keys.
It's literally been nothing but keys in here so far. I get the feeling that this is just a vanilla dungeon, pretty much. I don't see a difference yet.
We're gonna find out where the big key is, because it's not here. There's a bottle. Okay, so it's either in the chasm or it's in the chest Crimson's about to open. Okay, Jack has got the edge as far as routing concerned. Going to be either in vanilla location or it's going to be dark maze or vanilla, yeah. Both took very different routes to come to the exact same answer. That's pretty interesting. There it is. Jackattack gets the big key first. Crimson's actually going down. That's gonna get him nowhere. That gets another key. Well, he actually needs that key. You need one key to open up. Oh, Crimson's fallen farther behind here. Jackattack is going to be able to barrel through to Helmasaur King. Crimson's not gonna get there for at least another minute or so. Jack lost his bearings there for a second. Actually had everything he needed. Mario deal with that statue nonsense either. Little trouble getting the green mimic in the corner to die, but take care of him.
He was too busy jittering around to be actually shot.
Yeah.
I really don't like that room that Jack is in. I really don't. I never did.
No, it's not a lot of fun.
So slow.
Yeah.
As bad as King Zora in Ocarina of Time.
At least King Zora made some funny noises while he was scooching over. Yes, Leslie, I think has got it exactly right. Alright, so Jack, one room away.
To go back to that, it's not like when I played Randomizer, the one time he was making dog sounds while moving.
Dog sounds.
Who's barking?
Jack, 17 hammer strikes to break Helmosaur's mask. There it is. Bams with the arrows. Eight arrows does it, and there it is. Jackattack on his way to Turtle Rock. Grabbing the crystal number 6 at 1:19:09. Going to Turtle Rock with that's 9 hearts, 6 crystals. Not what you normally see, and I don't think they're playing on hard mode either, so this has just not been a very healthy seed. Hard mode would reduce the number of hearts they can get, like 14 instead of traditional 20. No one checked PED. It's been... Come to think of it, no one has even set foot in a single pendant dungeon. Nobody went to Hera. It really didn't come into play. Leslie confirming hard mode is not a thing in the tournament. That's good to know. But yeah, nobody went to Swamp. We got Aga 1, but that's about it. So, but it's pretty uncommon, at least in my experience, to do an entire seed and not set foot in one pendant dungeon.
What time do you think these guys will finish? Probably 1:40, 50?
It depends. Depends. I'd say it depends how long it takes to find that big. We're definitely looking at sub 2 here. Crimson is going to help himself to safeties here. I think he's got 3 bottles. Thought he did, so. Jackattack is underway in Turtle Rock. Crimson is about a minute and a half behind by my count. Jackattack in his navigation, Turtle Rock, depending on how fast he gets the big key, it could have a determination how long this takes, but big can be anywhere in the first half of the dungeon, basically. So speed strats from Jackattack. There's Quake. It also is gonna be interesting. Is Crimson gonna just go for it, or is he gonna still be thinking, well, maybe, you know, I don't know how full of a check he's gonna do, like on Laser Bridge, for example. How thorough is he gonna be? For those chain chomps, because even with there's the big key, even with red mail, those guys do. Well, thank you for clarifying on that, Leslie, as far as where the big key is. Anti-Fairy did some damage to Jack Attack there before we finally broke through.
I will be right back.
Alright. So Jack Attack, about the 1/3 mark of this dungeon. Crimson, the laser spike room. Jack looks like he's gonna go for it. He's gonna gamble that he's okay with his items. I think he realized maybe better not chance it. Good idea. Oh, that's right. He didn't check 4, so little routing error there by Jack. Not a fatal one though. And taking all the damage boost to get through this. Crimson takes death there. I think that's quasi-intentional. Saving him to do some of that backtrack, but again, got to be careful. He only has 8 hearts. Jack has 9, and again, this is pretty bizarre, given they've got 6 crystals each, and they don't even have a second row of heart. Jack, now having satisfied his checks, is going to continue on with route. Dodge there by Crimson, chain chomps. All the hearts in GT. Well, you certainly hope so, because be damned if I can figure out where else they could be. Okay, they haven't done a lot of item checks, comparatively speaking, but wow, they have really. Oh, Jack missed his. Okay, kind of took a. I thought he missed there for a second. He did avoid taking damage though. Fortunately, not there. Oh, that's a miss. Got a magic fill and Jack. Laser bridge now. He's got the Cane of Burna and the magic cape. So he'll be fine as far as checks. He's gonna bomb the wall, bomb the back exit here, just save from in case he does take an unfortunate death here. Doesn't have to do all this again. Big chest was missed, Leslie. So this is there's the burrito. There's the key. He's good. He's gonna check the rest of the items here. Got the compass, and 20 bucks. So Leslie is in good shape. Ooh, fell off the edge there. What? I didn't see the item. Sorry, I was sidetracked there. What did Big Chest have? 20 bucks? Alright. Nothing of importance. Now, always comforting. Crimson's got to watch it. He's really low on magic. He needs just enough magic to actually make the Cane of Samaria do something. Okay, just used up his last bit. Jack is working on Trinex. He's taking out both of the big side heads. Now he's got to take care of Trinex here. Crimson's kind of getting twisted around a little bit. He's taking a lot of damage, too. There goes Trinex for Jack. So he's got crystal number 7. 10. Ooh, Crimson taking a death. Wow. 128.44 for Jack. So, not a bit of a side backtracking. So, now we come to everyone's favorite part of the stream. What chest is it going to be for Jack to get the big, a 1 in 22 chance of guessing correctly? Already got people praying for the torch. Crimson is sunk if it is. We got a 22, 8, 7, 9. I will say 13. I'm going to go with lucky 13 because we're getting all sorts of interesting forms of luck here. Got a 3 from Verts. Alright, so Jack Attack is in GT at just under the 90-minute mark. 11 Black Wax, 143. Oh, wow! First chest! And he got them, and he got a key. Wow! Chest number 1 is the big key. What is Jack doing? He has what he needs. Maybe he's getting another key, I guess, but, you know. Okay, he got it. Yeah, he got it. 1 is, I think, all you need to get through, but it'll save him a little bit of work later. There, that is a god pattern for sure, and Jack is on his way in the driver's seat. Pretty comfortable lead on CrimsonAvix, and if he wins, he will force a game 3. Play it at a to-be-determined date, but Crimson really needs some help here. First, he has to get past Trinex. Fakes off the red mimics. First main phase of Trinex done. Jack is taking out the red mimics. So, hard part's over. Now he's onto the gauntlet. Crimson's got to watch it. He can't take another hit from Trinex. Oh! Oh, boy. Oh, man, that is just all sorts of awful. Yes, I know. Yes, I know as a commentator, curse. Yes, blame me. Jack is opted to use bombos here, which is an strat. Good idea from Jack getting himself some hards. Gave both of them back, unfortunately. Couple of unfortunate deaths for Crimson. Turtle Rock have really put him behind here against Jack, who is, while he's had some struggles, has largely been error-free for the last 20-30 minutes or so. Got it. Okay, he's going to use up... he's not taking any chances here. He's got a couple of blue potions to work with. Could be a 1 cycle in this fight. Goes. Down goes Landmolas. Crimson gonna hope for better luck this time against Trinex in his final phase. Also hope for maybe a cleaner pattern with phase 1 and get ran into a little trouble there. It's Samaria trick with Wizrobes. Good first phase from Crimson. Ooh, he got clipped again. That's unfortunate. He thought he was done. But Trinex had one last parting shot before going into phase 2. Nice fight from CrimsonAvix this time. Taking care of business. Gets one. You're gonna. How am I saying that? Crystal at 134.21, so he's about a little over 5 minutes behind. Versus Jack. Jack is very much in control here. Crimson's gonna need some help to get back into this. See how thorough Jack is with the chests here. There's 4 chests he can check. I think he's going to go for all of them. Key. $20. At this point, I'd be hoping for silver arrows just to make the final phase with Ganon go a lot more smoothly. Does he need it? I don't know. Come this far, he's played with seeming confidence the whole way through. Gets a heart piece from, not even gonna go for the anti-fair. I'm a little surprised. Troll Dorm, making his debut today. Fight from Jack. Alright. Check, yes he is. $50. So it's going to be 9 hearts against Ganon. Aghanim's not guarantee of anything. It's not a gimme, but he's got to be careful. He's also got to be careful with these animal swords finally get through. Crimson is marching up the steps here. Alright, so let's see how nice Aghanim is in round 2. He wasn't particularly friendly in round 1. Good pattern there. I think that's a triple. If that's not a triple, it's pretty close. No luck on second cycle. Ooh, he's got to watch it. He can only take, I think, 2 more hits. Okay, he's going to reset. Position. Got 1 more bottle. He might want to hold off. Playing very defensively right now. He knows he's in trouble. Now he's going to use his bottle. He burned up his basically his mulligan there. Death here would put Crimson back in the driver's seat. You can always buy more. There is that. There it is. Jackattack has finished off Ganon. Not Ganon, Aghanim too. So he's out of magic. He's out of magic potions again. He can buy it if he wants to, but how bold is he feeling? I mean, he's got half magic, got a he's gonna go for it. Good for him. So, going for it. 12 hits per cycle with the tempered sword. He's gonna hit 2 rounds for this. He's gonna magic. Oh, he fortunately got clipped by Ganon. Oh boy, he's got to be careful. He cannot take another hit the rest of the fight. He burned up his bottles, getting this far. He only had 2. So far, so good. He's going to need 12 charged sword hits to take out Ganon. Arrows were in the Tower of Hera. That's interesting. Okay, so we got the torch glitch set up. So now we have Jack taking a death to Ganon at the opening stage of the fight. Ouch. Oh. Now Crimson's got a shot here. If Jack takes another death, that could turn this into a toss-up. Still got the lead, but he's got to be careful. His margin for error has just dropped dramatically. His magic situation is pretty perilous. He's got a very economical with his usage. Crimson could come back and steal this match. Phase 2 is done. Crimson, though, has got his own problems. He's got to deal with Troll Dorm.
You seem to have come back as the race is ending.
Not quite. Jack has already taken a death to Ganon. But this has turned into a much closer race than it was a few minutes ago. And he has no magic to work with. He has to be extremely economical here. Okay, he's got the torch glitch set up, but he's not exactly playing with a lot of margin for error here, even with half magic. Okay, 2 hits. 12 charged hits. He's got to be very, very careful here. 3, I think.
That one didn't register.
No.
Ooh, he missed that one. Ugh.
That's 4. That's a good cycle for Jack. Okay, that's not going to do anything. Damage. 6. It's halfway home. Not sure if that was 7 or not. This doesn't work. Crimson's got a chance here to win. Crimson's using up his magic. He's got another bottle, though, to play with. Delayed double there from Crimson. Oh, Jack! Oh boy. Got caught. Corner. Now it's very dangerous. Now Crimson has essentially taken the lead here, I think. Because Jack has to go back and get himself some magic, because he burned everything up in GT. So CrimsonAvix, who is basically staring down a loss here, is in has a real chance here, and Jack is in deep trouble.
Well, of course he's in trouble. There's a light in the fridge.
Yeah. Crimson's going to use his magic cape here to spam away on Ganon phase 2. Should be okay. Used up a lot of magic there. So now it's going to come down to sword to silverless strats. Crimson leading right now. Okay, so everything's set up for problem. He's all set. Sure, I agreed with that. Oh, Crimson going off the edge. Well.
Oh, that's bad.
Things just keep happening. So Jack is now back in the lead, essentially.
I can't tell you how many times it has happened to me playing this game as a kid.
Yeah.
Get near the end of the fight and then accidentally you get knocked in there.
Crimson, now deep trouble. So Jack could have had this race, lost it, and has got it back again. So Jack, I think that's 3 for him. Should have another bottle, I think. Better have a bottle. 4. 5. 6. Missed swing
He had
there.
He had a perfect rhythm hitting him earlier and he lost it.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's something he's going to have to kind of work around. Ooh, got hit there. Go. Oh, he got hit again. Got to be really careful. Okay, he's got the extra bottle. He's going to use it here. Good. Jack. I think that's 7 now for Ganon. Okay, I think that counted as a not. Jack is having a hard time, as you said, he's having a hard time getting his rhythm. He's not getting a lot of help from those fire bats. He's got there we go. That's a good hit. That was a good 2-hit cycle. 140. Oh, he got hit again. He was trying to clip around, didn't get it.
He's only got 3 hearts left.
Got 2 hits. He's got 2 hits to work with. No torch glitch for Crimson's in trouble now. He's gonna take his health refill. And there it is. Jackattack1100 takes victory from the jaws of defeat or something to that effect. Will force a decisive game 3. Finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 47 minutes, 58 seconds. Crimson goes off the edge, and that just adding insult to injury, unfortunately, for Crimson. Get out your GGs for Jackattack. And yes, Jackattack has joined us in the chat. GG.
Good game.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. GG's. Oh.
There he goes.
There he goes. Yeah.
Never to be heard from again.
Well, he'll be back. He'll come back in greater numbers, or something to that effect. Crimson is going. Yeah, Crimson is going to go get himself silver. He doesn't want to deal with.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello.
sorry.
No, it's fine. So, well, the last 20 minutes, the last 15 minutes turned into something. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was. Man, I never liked doing Ganon spin strats, and I was really hoping for silvers near the end.
Yeah.
And I think someone mentioned, like, is he going to check the last chest? And I was, yeah, of course. I was looking for silvers for sure.
Yeah, but between that and, you know, it's like you had it and then you didn't have it, like Crimson was in the driver's seat and then he ran into trouble and it turned into a seesaw between two at the end.
Yeah, I got to watch the last like 10 minutes and it was pretty exciting actually. I had no idea where I was. I was just kind of trying to finish off Ganon and I don't know. It was tough.
Yeah, and with a remarkably unhealthy seed here. I mean, 9 hearts. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that seems pretty unusual.
That never happened. Crimson with 8. Wow.
Yeah. Was it pretty close though? Did we kind of route the same, or did we go?
No. Yeah. You guys kind of went your own separate ways at first, and then you kind of came back, and it's like everything evened out at the end. The one thing that might have helped you a little bit down the stretch is you didn't go into Mire Shed right away, and Crimson did, and he got the hammer. But then you kind of did the full Mire, and you got boots for it, and an extra heart.
Oh, does he not have boots? Oh, I didn't realize that.
He once he got the hammer, or once he got hammer, he basically was like, I'm going for it. He was confident, I think, that it was not going to be go mode. I'm doing that.
Wow, yeah, that is pretty lucky then for me.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even, honestly, I'll admit, it was not a conscious decision. I just kind of was like, oh, I can do can do Mire, like I'm just gonna go do it. And then in the middle, I was like, because I usually I didn't have mirror, and so I was like, oh, I can't check
right,
whatever the checkerboard cave, and so I was like, oh, I can't do that stuff yet. And then I went and did Mire, and I was like, oh, duh, like I just completely missed Shed and went in there, and there was hammer, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm good now.
Crimson back down and reset the switch there. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, you guys kind of went your own separate ways. Like, I think you did Thieves first, and then you did Swamp second, and he did the exact opposite.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, there were little differences like that, but other than that, Crimson going down the tubes there. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of divergence. In the end, you guys were essentially same place for a while. You guys were basically in sync with one another. Pretty interesting.
Wow, well, I mean, should have been a decent race to watch then.
Oh, it was, sure. This was a very good race. And this has forced a decisive Game 3 between you two.
Yeah, we'll have to schedule that, but survived a game longer.
Well, there you go. I mean, you got... And now, with Game 3 on the horizon, is there anything you're going to kind of work on, I guess? There's silvers for Crimson. Got what he needs. Is there anything you're going to kind of work on, or is there anything you took away from this match for Game 3?
I don't count my items as well as I should, and sometimes it's just kind of like I'm thinking ahead and thinking about my next play, and like I get halfway through a dungeon and I'm like, oh, shoot, like how many items did I already find? So like I really need to make a conscious decision or conscious kind of effort to count items.
Yeah, I think I noticed that with Skull Woods, like you finished off Motheel. It's like I think he's got both. I'm pretty sure he collected both.
And you know, I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have both. But then I'm sitting there going, you know, this is 10 seconds of my time versus if I totally miss something because and I don't know. I just tried to play like most of the seed pretty defensively, I guess. And anytime I like had kind of a wasn't totally positive, I was like, I just better go check it, you know.
Yeah. The other thing that kind of separated you two at the beginning was Crimson actually did Houlihan, which got him allowed him to do Zora checks a little efficiently than you could.
Yeah, I was putting off Zora. I was really hoping to get the money to do it, and it just kind of never came. And so then I checked the Zora ledge, and after that, I was just kind of like, well, you know, I'll come back if I really need to, and just kind of never really had to. I always had more stuff to check, so
right.
It was fortunate that nothing was on Zora, but that was one I definitely isolated and would have been real bad if Zora had something.
Yeah. So, Crimson just about done here. Phase 3 of Ganon. He's got silver, so this should be a pretty straightforward fight for him. It's 4 silver arrows. Oh no, silver, my one true weak.
Yeah. You know what's interesting, too, is the first match that we played, we were Master Sword silverless, and Crimson beat me. And so, yeah, so he must have just kind of been having a rough...
Well, yeah, I think he died and then he fell off. He's like, I'm not.
Oh, he shot the wrong way.
Yeah, we've all been there. I've done that.
At that point, he might have seen my dot done it too. And so he just said, "Oh well."
There it is. So CrimsonAvix is CrimsonAvix is going to finish this off. Get out your GGs. CrimsonAvix finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 56 minutes, 14 seconds.
Well, GG to Crim. We'll have one more game, and if it's anything like the last two, it'll probably be pretty close again.
I'm sure you're hoping, you know, I mean, you did it, but you really don't want to do this with 9 hearts again, I don't think.
No, I'd prefer to find silvers way sooner and to have a lot more hearts, so we'll hope for that next time.
No interview with Crimson, but GG's to him all the same, and give these runners a follow if you haven't already. This was a pretty entertaining race.
And really appreciate you guys commentating and stuff and restreaming. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you to Tomahawk13 for tracking, and thank you to MathGirl718 for restreaming the fine event. Appreciate her fine work putting this all together for us today. So thanks to all who watched. Thank you to my commentator Meme Troll for helping out today.
Here because Math Girl wanted me to, but yes. Welcome.
Appreciate all of that, and check out the Go Mode podcast if you haven't already. Thanks all. We should. I don't know if there are any other races on the docket, but today. But keep an eye out. Check out the Challenge Cup. Just still in group play right now. All the way actually to the end of the year. We'll be doing group play. Lots of great races, both streamed being broadcast and not broadcast. So very, very fine players in the field. I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit here. I got a race tomorrow. I'm actually in an elimination match myself, so should be a good time and good racing. But today's race, I think, is going to be a tough act to follow for anybody after this broadcast.
Especially after that seesaw at the end.
I know. It's like it was pretty close, and then the last 15 minutes, wow, that was something. Well, thanks all for watching. and we'll see you all again, I'm sure, very soon. Have a good day.
Have a good day.